Welcome to Andertons TV. Has anyone ever said that before other than you, Lee?
I don't know, actually.
That is so weird.
I haven't even said it.
It's a privilege. I'm sat next to two blindfolded men. Most of you don't know who I am. I'm like the new guy on Gogglebox, so don't hate too much in the comments. This is an unusual video and it's taken a lot of different paths, but we've arrived at something, and it's mainly because of the East Coast to Beast Coast videos that were done the other day, which were the most painful watch I've ever sat through. And I was screaming at the TV like most of you were. My name's Paul, I'm from Milehouse Studios. If you don't watch my channel, go and like and subscribe. This is basically a big giant advert. That's Danish Pete, that's Lee. Be kind, they're both blindfolded, so you can... We've been making rude signs at them for hours. They've been there too long. I've got a custom shop telly, which is what I've got, what I call the safety setup. My channel is a champion of making cheaper guitars, and you to make your own cheaper guitars way better than a lot of more expensive guitars, and just showing you some little tips on how to do it. Don't be scared of the trust us, rod us. That's the biggest saying.
Unless her name's Liz. Don't be scared.
Yeah, that's
super
it.
Scared.
Don't let the trust rod do your budget. That's all we're going to say. Right, bless her, bless her. I've got a Classic Vibe, which I've set up to be what I consider way better than the custom shop telly. So my opening statement, and here comes the hate in the comments, a custom shop Telecaster for 99.9% of the population is an absolute waste of money. You are way better spending less than 400 quid.
That is controversial, isn't it?
It is. Did you say controversial?
He certainly did.
Yeah, controversial.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it sounded weird in the Danish accent, didn't it? I've got this 1/4-inch jack. I'm going to hand you to the guitars. The custom Vibe I've set up to what I call the secret sauce, all right? So we've got some lovely tools in the workshop. Come and watch if you want to see what they are. Or you can actually come and see me at the Birmingham Guitar Show, shameless plug. Are you coming to the Birmingham Guitar Show next year?
Maybe.
You're going to walk around and peruse it like royalty?
Perusing.
Probably not. It's outside
I don't know,
Guildford.
maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends
Is it
on what's
north
going
of
on.
Watford? No,
So, no promises from these mungos.
Is it north is the M25, then I'm not going out.
Everything's north of me. Everything. So I set a guitar up to 1.6mm relief at the 12th fret on the low E and 1.4 on the high E. What we call a queef of relief on the neck. So when you put a notch straight edge on there, I haven't coined you that phrase yet, Pete. Pete does a
Queef of relief, I like that.
Yeah, so when you put a notch straight edge on the neck of your guitar and you look through, you should just see a tiny bit of daylight. No need to measure anything. That is a queef of relief. That's also available on t-shirts. There are people walking around Rio de Janeiro with that on a t-shirt.
Wasn't she a rapper? Queef
Latifah.
Yeah.
Queef Latifah.
Honestly, rude, isn't it? It's rude. What I call the safety setup for the
Bro.
Right. Serious hats on now.
Relief.
Pete ain't got a serious hat, has
Oh, okay.
carnage in here. What I call the safety setup is what most guitar manufacturers, whether it's £500 or £5,000, they will send it out. No guitar under £4,000 has had a fret level recrown in any machine. Gibson do a type of it, but it's not perfect. Fender don't do it. I've done the own work. They have got a slightly high cut nut. It could go lower, but they'll do it high. The neck will have a little bit, the neck will have more than a queef of relief in it. And the action will be a little bit higher. And that basically ensures that when you take that guitar out of the box, it's not going to have any issues, any nasty buzz, which makes people defecate themselves. I'm just lowering the tone. And send guitars back because it's got a teeny tiny buzz and they don't really know what they're looking at or what they're going to do. So that's what I call the safety setup. It's really, really common, and it's what I've learned so far. All right. So I'm going to hand you one guitar. You can tell me what you think of it. All right.
I feel like we need a disclaimer in this video that all Paul's opinions are his and his alone, and do not reflect the opinions of Andertons Music Company necessarily.
So here's the first guitar. I'm going to hand it to the maestro. What pick are you using, Pete?
I'm using my pick.
A Danish, of course,
Danish
shameless plug.
Same as plug.
You have to put a little cutout of plug from the Beano because there's quite a good likeness. Ready? You're going live.
A bit of gain on there from the left-hand side. Okay. Shall I hand it over?
Hand it over to the other geezer in the room.
And you're touching me now. Touching you.
That's Lee,
Got
not
it.
me.
I've got it.
Have you got it? Have you got it?
Yeah.
Are you behind me? You're like behind
Hi.
me.
I apologise.
You can touch me.
All right.
I'm not going to say anything yet, but something I think is giving me.
Oh.
Man, it's starting to sound.
Because you two are basically guitar coppers. Should we say that? Guitar coppers. I can't fool you. I think there's too many telltale signs on a guitar. Not Chapper's level. We've discussed that.
No, we're not.
Chapper's has got ridiculous sort of soothsayer abilities of guitars and valves and things.
Yeah.
But I think there's too many telltale signs that you guys are going to know what one's what. But it's really comparing how good you can get a classic vibe. Mm-hmm. Because I think
you can get it really good.
Oh, mate,
Absolutely,
they're
they're
so good.
Stunning guitars. For the money.
I'm a converted man.
Sorry, Paul. Are you assuming that we already know what this is?
No.
Okay, fine.
No, but I'm not going to say anything yet.
Because I'm going to
I'm
say.
assuming that Pete will know. Like I said to you, I said to Lee on the quiet, I said, I don't think you're as foolable. I would be completely, I'd have no idea. I'd just be going on what one I just liked.
Yeah, no, I like that one. It's nice. But
yeah, if you said to me right now, go on then, what have you got? Have you got I forget what a classic vibe guitar is, 400 quid, something like that?
Yeah.
So
499 with a free pedal at the minute.
Was it? Okay, so if you said, have you got a £400 guitar or a £4,000 guitar in your hand, that's the crazy bit. I would not bet my house on getting the answer right. I would lean...
How do you feel about a sticky shaft?
I would lean...
That was a serious question. I don't know why everyone's laughing.
Well, it's... Okay, so I have a 50s classic vibe Strat that I've had for years, and we used in one of the very early modified videos that I did with Rob. We sanded all of the lacquer off the neck. Personally, that's one of the things I like about nitro finished old guitars, is that with a reasonable amount of play and perhaps using a cloth or something on the back, you can kind of get past that stickiness quite quickly.
Just play them.
Whereas classic vibe, you just can't. It's like that you need like power tools to get that lacquer off down to the wood to get that, which is what we did on the classic vibe. Out the box, they're both kind of sticky necks, right? Because they've got that brand new glossy vibe to it.
But even taking the lacquer off a neck on a classic vibe, you can still feel the lacquer a little bit because it's so thick.
Yeah, definitely. I do actually have a video showing how you can sand a neck nicely and neatly.
Right.
And it does take a lot of work and a lot of...
Yeah.
And I still end up using a type of polish. You end up with a satin neck rather than a bare wood.
Yeah, that feels a bit like a satin neck to me, that one.
One of the biggest overriding things that I try to get across on the channel is that when you get a guitar, the first thing you should do... People run out and they buy bits, a bit like what you did on the Beast Coast video, and they think that's going to make the guitar better, and it's just not the way. It's the best thing you can put into a guitar is time.
Yeah.
And get someone to look at it. Either spend your first 200 quid on tools so you can do some basic setup work.
Or lessons.
Yeah, or lessons, because we're all shit. But also give it to a tech, 150 quid to set that guitar up beautifully. A little bit more money. If you're one of these low shreddy people that needs like just the lowest action ever, you need a fret level and recrown to get it absolute perfection. And you're going to need a pro to do that. But there's nothing to stop you learning that yourself. But don't run out and buy pickups and tuners.
Before we move on, and we should move on, Pete, after 3, you're going to say...
No, I'm not going to say
you have
anything,
to. You have to. What is your feeling right now?
It's the Squier.
You think it's the Squier, do you? I was leaning the other way. Interesting.
Because the strings feel like they're set of 10s, and Fender don't put 10s on their guitars.
They do on Custom Shop.
Do they?
Yep. They 100% do.
See the little telltale signs?
See,
Taylor, are you telling us to move on?
Yes, please.
I'm not so sure. I'm not as confident as you are.
Well,
that this
then
is a
I'm not so
Squier.
confident. They just feel really new, those strings. So
Well, don't forget the guitar, the Custom Shop guitar
straight
that
out of
Paul
box.
had is new, so
Yeah.
it should have new. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not confident.
There you go, darling.
oh no, that's a Squier. What is it? A 54?
They just call it a
They call it a
50s.
50s.
I mean, this plays lovely. Because there's a skinnier neck on here.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, it's a fatter
That's
neck.
what I
on the
was
other one.
waiting to.
But it doesn't feel like that. They
So my
first
one, my one. I'll wait till I've played it.
So they also round the neck a lot on the, much more than they do on
I've added to that.
Oh, you have added to that. Sounds good though. Plays nice. But it's like, as I was saying earlier, I'm going to hand you this over, Lee. So put your hands, have you got it?
Yeah, it's heavier.
It's heavier. I prefer guitars to have a character. It's like dressing all your friends up in the same clothes and make them be the same person. What's the point in that? What's the point in having lots of friends then if they're not different? The same with guitars. They give me, every guitar gives me something. So that's why it's important for me to go to a shop, play something, or feel that immediate when you pick something up and you feel like, oh, there's something about this guitar that I really need, because that'll give me something. So if you're going to get all your guitars set up by the same luthier, then they're all going to play the same and feel the same, then really what's the point in having more guitars?
You want a bit of struggle.
But that's got a slimmer neck on it, which makes sense. So
I would.
But it could be wrong.
So I knew prior to as soon as I knew we had a Classic Vibe and a Custom Shop 50s telly, the concession that Squier make, and I guess this is a cost-saving thing, the kind of giveaway, if you have had some experience of playing, is the 50s Squier necks are not as thick as an original Fender neck would be. So you can't, there's not that much in it. There is this weird, I feel like
quite sticky,
the finish that's on a Squier has more, it's a harder
finish
than on the to be honest with you, if I'm now playing the Custom Shop guitar and the comment section is killing themselves laughing, fair enough. But the setups on the two are great. If I remember rightly, I can't remember actually whether or not on the Custom Shop tellies, whether or not they come with the traditional 7¼ inch radius, and I know the Squiers come with the 9½.
Do they?
The Custom Shop says 7¼ on all websites, but I measured that, it's 9½.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I can't feel a difference in terms of the radius.
They measured exactly the same.
And that 7¼ inch thing is that's the most normal thing for dealers when they're ordering Custom Shop guitars, to say, look, don't just put a 9½ inch. So traditionally it should have 7¼ but most vintage reissue Custom Shop guitars will have the flatter radius.
And there's no problem with that if it's set up right. There's no problem with the 7¼ if the guitar's set up, and you can just don't bend here, bend there instead. Let's hear it.
It's like I don't know how much this is psychosomatic now.
It sounds more like a telly than a telly. Same with the Strats.
Well, I think the first one I played sounded fatter, but that might not be a good thing. It's much more shiny and slidey, the front of the fretboard on this, compared to the other one.
And the rounds,
I tell you what though, if you said to me, you can have a guitar and £3,500 to spend on something else, or just a guitar and no change, on these two,
it's plays nice, that one.
I would probably, if like life had other priorities to spend other money on,
yeah,
you'd take the Squier all day long and not worry about it. Although, can I just say, my old Classic Vibe Strat, which I've had obviously forever and ever and ever, I did a house move earlier on this year, and for a while guitars were in storage and all this kind of stuff like that. The Squier, 100% of all the guitars that I've got fared worst when it came out of storage in terms of where the neck was.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I think you've got to dig slightly deeper into what makes a really professional grade instrument versus a highly affordable, mass-produced one.
Do you want to know what I've learned after going down a particularly smelly rabbit hole?
Go on then.
So basically, I read all the comments on my channel because lots of techs comment and send me messages, and I learn a lot from people, especially the respectful ones. Now, a lot of Asian species of maple are faster growing, not quite as dense, and not as hard as North American rock maple, which is what this is. And so basically, people are like, "Oh, the maple's not as good," and all that sort of stuff, and you hear that a lot. What people don't know is if you've got a quarter sawn, this is actually riff sawn, it's kind of in between the custom shop. A quarter sawn bit of Asian maple will quite often be more stable than a flat sawn rock maple neck.
Right.
Asian maple neck is still harder on the Janka hardness test, which is a little bit irrelevant, but people quote it. It's still harder than a lot of mahogany species and limber, which Gibson use on all their necks. And being someone that makes guitars and talking to lots of people that have done the same experiments, I've made guitars out of the hardest rock maple, thick 50s profiles, carbon fibre rods in it, one tweak of the truss rod, and I can bow that neck whatever direction I want, all right? So all of this, like all the salesman crap and people putting things in necks, a lot of it I think is a lot of dollop. And also, if you've a touring musician, if he's got those two guitars that you're holding and they live the same life and get chucked in the same van and they're on the same stages, I would say that 99% of the time they would fare exactly the same if they were treated.
Yeah, I mean,
I disagree with Lee.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I'm only telling you what my experience was when I moved house and had guitars in storage.
Yeah. Is that the one that you sanded all the finish off?
Yes, maybe that's part of it.
Oh, bare wood. See, even that's a variable to the argument. I think it's really cool for everyone to just go, most of the time, even though you're typing a comment like it's a fact, you don't know. There's too many variables.
The wood hardness, I'd not heard that hardness. I certainly think what's become apparent and what became apparent in the sort of 70s was as wood producers began to become more conscious of the sustainability of the woods. And so we went away from cutting down 500-year-old trees to literally just speed growing new trees. A lot of those 70s guitars where people go, oh God, these are so heavy, are down to the fact that I think when the trees are grown fast and fertilized and watered and everything, they are denser and heavier. And then that's why you started to see brands like Gibson chambering guitars and weight relieving guitars to offset that. But I
really like this one. I mean, whatever it is, I'm just noodling around on it.
I think you can take your masks off, boys. You don't have to do the whole video with your masks on. It's a little bit weird.
Oh my God. Oh, so bright.
Yeah. Oh, he's so blonde. Sorry.
Phew.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting that way as well. I was thinking you're speaking in front of me.
If you looked at this now, what would you see? You'd visually see that
I was hearing,
prefer the bridge on that.
I'm hearing that. Just
You're hearing what,
I'm
just
hearing
acoustically?
I'm hearing those bright saddles.
Yeah.
These are bright, but a different bright.
Sounds the same to me.
It's funny, man. Now we take this off. It sounds completely different.
This is what
again.
always happens, isn't it?
You hear it with your eyes. It's weird.
Yeah.
I like your point about the safety setup. I'd never
that's a good
thought
point.
about
They
that.
all do it.
But you know why? And I can tell you because I would say the biggest cause of somebody wanting to return a guitar or feeling like a guitar has a fault on it is fret buzz.
Yep.
And you do sort of sit there and go, look, if you really, really want your guitar to be, if you want to be able to do a big chord like that and no fret buzz, laws of physics just say the action has to be high.
That's it.
And what you really need to do, I think, as a player, is go with my playing style through an amp, especially if you use a bit of distortion
I knew
on
you'd
it.
sniff it.
If you can't hear the fret buzz like that, then don't worry if you can hear it like that.
It's a Telecaster thing, man. Like,
Who
can I just
cares?
smell?
Yeah.
That's just normal. And as soon as it's a giveaway when you smell it.
Immediately.
So what would? Look, I mean,
But look at these two guitars, man, side by side, and you say one is what, $4,000, $3,000, and the other one
one's
is
10
400.
times the price of the other.
10 times
isn't
the price.
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And I think cheaper is cooler. Myself, an amazing player, which is 300 quid, and it's beaten up, and someone's actually owns it who plays it. So much cooler.
It's funny, isn't it? I suspect most of the price of the guitar dictates the cost of how much did it cost to make. We're not going better, worse, or anything. We're just simply going American labour force, taxes,
God, they're charging
factory
some
costs.
those boys, aren't they?
It's this Chinese one, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, and then
So
this is
so
three-piece, and
can you correlate the cost of making a guitar to how good it's going to be ultimately? Not really.
No.
You could go and buy the most expensive woods, use the most expensive paint finish, spend hours putting graphics on it. All of that bumps the price up. None of that makes any difference to whether the guitar's better or not.
Can I say something quite brutal?
Yeah.
Go on.
If you're not good enough to make this sound good, you'll never be good enough to make this sound good.
I don't even think that's brutal, to be honest.
I think that...
You have to practice to make this sound good.
The uncomfortable truth, is that a film? The uncomfortable truth.
It could be.
Is that fundamentally practicing and getting your guitar set up is infinitely better than just buying a dearer guitar.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's like I said before, why do people aspire to own nice watches and nice cars?
I said to me, my Garmin, 300-400 quid, does 1,000 things better than a Rolex.
Yeah.
But it's not a Rolex.
No.
People want a Rolex. And
It still
ultimately,
sells time though, doesn't it? That's all it is.
Sum it up by saying you didn't need to watch this video. you do you. That's all we've got. That's it.
And on that note,
bye everyone.
That probably is it, isn't it? Draw your own conclusions from here, but undeniably I tell you did say before we started this, we talked about law of diminishing returns. What's the sweet spot? The sweet spot when buying a guitar is not £4,000.
It's sub 500 for me.
The sweet spot, I don't know, I think I maybe went 7 or 8.
Yeah.
The sweet spot for me is something like a Fender Player,
Yeah.
Player 2, where you're just going, it's a great guitar for still a fairly fair price, and then every extra £300 or dollars above that does not get you as much as the $300 below it got you.
I think the blanket statement is, your last video, the Beast Coast thing, which we all agree was painful, and it was silly to put that much money into a £100 guitar, even though they are great. I've reviewed a couple. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I'm quoting a lot of 99s, but most people, they want to tinker. Geezers and 17 women that watch my channel, they all want to tinker.
17?
Maybe 19 women. Mrs. Richards is in the room. She doesn't like the 19 women stat. But they all want to tinker. They all want to change things. If you buy a £1,000 guitar, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you don't need to change anything in that guitar. It's got some great gear on it. And if you're going to buy a £400 thing, you want to change some tuners. You want to and make it your own. But first, do the setup.
I tell you what, this is a great setup. You've done a really good job on this. And they got 10s on it, which is I appreciate. It really plays nice.
I prefer 10s. Comment below if you think 2026 Pete should come to Milehouse Studios and build his own guitar.
I think you should. I've commented on it already before the video even went out. I'm coming.
There you go. I'm not sure Plymouth is ready.
Oh my Lord.
On that note, it's a special wave we sign off with on my channel. Special wave, everyone. Thanks for watching, and sorry for intruding.